Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what we got going on here today. As y'all see the thumbnail, y'all read the title under the thumbnail. Yeah, man, today's video is dealing with you guys. Matter of fact, it's the paper route ops. And I'm talking about Yo Gotti and all his affiliates that had their hands in taking out Young Dolph at the cookie shop. But right now, the feds, they trying to gather enough information, not just from Govan, but also Jamarcus Johnson, to see who is this Memphis OG that orchestrated and paid to have Young Dolph sent up. So you got some folks that know Govan. He stated he orchestrated to have Young Dolph sent up to protect Big Jook and that Memphis OG. That's why in order to get more information, the feds felt like they really had to search Big Jook crib. See, we already knew from the jump that once these guys get caught up, they was gonna start talking. And we can all see that's exactly what's happening because they can't take it. Again, like I told y'all before, once the judge start throwing off those numbers, come on, man. Those guys, they willing to sign any deal that the people place in front of them. Again, because they don't see themselves doing life based on setting up Young Dolph. But since it's a high profile case, all these guys, they starting to get a rude awakening. Because from the beginning, these guys, they thought they was gonna never get caught up. And that's only because the people that was paid in position to set up Young Dolph, some of those guys, they work on the department, you understand? Then you got a couple cats up that ladder, they got connections all through Tennessee. And the reason why I'm saying that because a lot of people think that Young Dolph got set up over some rap beef. Nah, man, this is way bigger than rap beef. This is what the folks been trying to tell y'all, man. Because Young Dolph was so heavily invested in real estate and his community, a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people didn't like the moves that Young Dolph was making to place himself and the people around him in a better situation. See, y'all gotta understand, if some people up that ladder, they want you to stay stagnant. They don't want you to grow. Because once they see you grow, they feel like that's a threat to their income and to what they created. Like opportunities and resources. But we all know Young Dolph, he was that type of dude who wasn't out there stepping on people's toes. Again, even though Young Dolph, he was just trying to do what's best to take care of himself and the guys around him. And that's exactly what Young Dolph did. That's the reason why he got so much love basically everywhere he went. And even dealing with that, there's a lot of people that's still confused. Matter of fact, there's still a lot of Young Dolph fans and supporters who trying to understand why would anybody want to set up Young Dolph? Again, somebody who is a benefit to his community. Those the type of guys that we need to protect so they can stay around a little longer. But again, that day at the cookie shop on November the 17th, nobody knew that somebody would want to follow Young Dolph to the cookie shop in order to set him up. What's crazy is, hours before that, he just landed in Memphis from the ATL. So Young Dolph, he was barely in town for a couple of hours before somebody started to follow him. That should let y'all know right there. Somebody been watching Young Dolph moves for a long time. Even to the point of having straight drop Infiltrate paper route so he can report to Big Jook and Yo Gotti and give them more information based on the moves that Young Dolph was making. See, but check this out, man. Now we starting to see that Big Jook or Yo Gotti, they not even the main guys behind paying off their affiliates to take out Young Dolph. See, I keep telling y'all, man, even Finesse 2 times spoke on this before. There's a Memphis OG out there. He got a lot of plugs and connections. And this OG, he's known all over Memphis. It don't matter the south, west, or north side. He's connected with real street guys in every hood. And this is how he got connected with Yo Gotti brother Big Jook. See, I told y'all, even CEO Daddy No is familiar with this Memphis OG. See, a lot of folks believe that Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook are the main chess players behind this whole Young Dolph case. But nah, man, there's a Memphis OG out there that Yo Gotti and Big Jook, they're reporting to. So that should let y'all know. It's a couple people up that ladder who had their hands in taking out Young Dolph. And again, that's guys in the streets and guys up that political ladder. Cause we all know to set Young Dolph up, You gotta have the right people in position, man. And we also all know that this don't just happen in one day. So what I'm saying is, how would somebody know that young Dolph was pulling up to Makedas? Who gave young Dolph Ops that information? Was it the people at the cookie shop? Was it some guys that's affiliated to Paper Route that made it seem like they was loyal to young Dolph, but they was actually working with the ops to set him up? And if people don't believe me, again, just look at Straight Drop. How did Straight Drop infiltrate Paper Route? What I mean is, who gave Straight Drop that idea to talk with young Dolph to make it seem like he wanted to be a Paper Route artist? See, I know Straight Drop and Key Glock, they've been knowing each other for years. But at the same time, even Key Glock, he didn't think that Straight Drop had that mentality. So again, Key Glock, he thought that Straight Drop was actually trying to be a Paper Route artist. But no, man, Straight Drop, he had a different agenda. And that agenda was tied to bringing down young Dolph. So they can have it all mapped out and planned based on how they're going to take out Paper Route Frank. Matter of fact, while we at it, let's pay our respects and say rest in peace to young Dolph, condolences to his family, and much love to all my folks in Dolph land. Hey, my guys in Dolph land, y'all keep y'all head up. Trust me, just be a little patient, cause we will soon get justice for young Dolph's untimely demise. See, to me, it's just messed up that all these young black men got together to take out young Dolph, instead of getting together to benefit their communities. Y'all know that's what I'm always talking about. And the reason being because it seemed like black men, we are our own worst enemies. Then no other group of people set this up but us. We doing this to ourselves in our community. And we wonder why we're not elevating like everybody else. I'm just keeping it 100, man. Because it seems like all the people who do the most ratchet stuff, we keep them around longer. Matter of fact, we put them on a higher pedestal than anybody that's actually doing something to benefit them and anybody around them. A lot of those people don't even get the same support as the same people who are reckless. And that's what I'm talking about. Come on, man. We see it every day. So again, when it get to this young Dolph situation, it's like, again, it started off as a little rap beef. And that rap beef started to get a little deeper. But to me, that's when guys supposed to pull back. Because if your feelings is getting that involved, that you believe the best move will be to take out young Dolph, come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. Like, how do we agree to stay on opposite sides, even though we both know we not cool with one another, without nobody feeling like, nah, man, I need to send a message. I need to let people know not to mess with me. See, we got to understand that thought process of going at your ops, it doesn't just stop there. Because these people have family and associates that want some get back. And that's not what we're looking for. Matter of fact, that's the point I'm getting to. Again, we need to learn to understand how to handle conflict better. Because if we think that pulling out burners and sending people up is going to do something beneficial, it doesn't. Again, it actually stagnates everybody in our community. Because like I said, somebody like young Dolph who got sent up, he got a lot of love in every state. So that's the reason why at one point in time, CMG or anybody that's associated to Heavy Camp or CMG, they really couldn't do no shows like that. Because they didn't even understand the magnitude of how much love and support that young Dolph actually had out there. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's like we're creating a domino effect of hurt and pain. Again, we think it's cool because we're doing it all for entertainment. And that's not the right mindset, man. So that's the reason why when I speak on this young Dolph situation and all these older cats getting these young guys involved to help set up young Dolph, come on, folks. I don't really think people understand why I'm getting at. What I'm saying is, if we want to do better, we got to think better. We can't always think that going against one another is the only option that we have. And it's not. Because like I said before, everything that the older cats put down, the young dudes, they pick it right up. And a lot of stuff that the young dudes is picking up from the older cats is reckless. That's my point. So with that, always be aware and always stay prepared. But hey, we get more in store. As always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.